Hi, you're very welcome back to this Christmas edition of Beginner Piano Lessons, where we're going to look at some more Christmas carols. In our last lesson, I mentioned that I had two books here, Christmas Carols for Easy Piano and Christmas Hits. And again, I'll add the links in the description below. So we did a piece from Christmas Hits last week, and today we're going to do a piece from a Christmas Carols. So let's look at a lovely traditional Christmas piece, the First Noel. So the first thing we look at is timing. This time it's in 3/4 time, so we're going to count 3 beats in every bar. And the second thing, it is in F major because there is one flat B flat. This means that every time you see a B throughout the piece, whether it's in the right hand or the left hand, you will play B flat. Like for example here, B. Now they don't put the flat beforehand because they know they've added into the signature, and that means every time you see a B, you'll automatically play B flat. Now, one of the first things you're going to see with the timing, as we know, these are quavers. So we have 2 quavers make 1 beat. So we're actually starting on the 3rd beat. And the reason they do that is because you see at the end of the piece, they have a minim, which gets 2 beats. So we're missing a beat here. And they've added the beat here. That's why they're allowed to do that. So we've got a minim for 2 beats, and at the beginning of the piece we just start on the 3rd beat. So that's equal to 1 beat, and then of course if you remember from last lesson, that's a crotchet rest, and that's equal to 1 beat. So let's look at the right hand. We start with the 3rd beat, which is a crotchet rest. So into this bar we have a semi-breve rest, which is slightly different than the minim as it sits on top. Now, as we learnt in the last lessons, semi-breve is equal to 4 beats. But you can use a semi-breve rest when you're saying that you're resting for the whole bar. So we have a semi-breve rest, so you're not going to play anything here, and then you're not going to play anything for 2 beats for a minim rest, and then you're left with your 2 quavers, D, E, then F, E, D, which are all crotchets, so it's 1, 2, 3. Middle C, if you remember, middle C sits under the lines, which is a minim, white note, and you hold that for 2 beats. And then you have D, E, which are quavers, which get half beat. Now the hand fingering is actually easy. You never move out of this position, your first position, so hold all your fingers from thumb to your 5th on these notes, and we don't move out of this position. So rest first bar, rest for the 2nd bar, and rest for the first 2 beats of the 3rd bar. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and to the next line we have got all crotchets, so they all get 1 beat, and it's F, remember your poems, F, A, C, E. And on the lines, every good boy deserves fruit, E, F, E, D, which always sits under the lines, middle C, D, E, F, middle C, a rest, crotchet rest, so 1 beat, and a semi-breve rest, so we hold it for the whole bar. So all crotchets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now the last 2 lines. Right hand, semi-breve rest, which is telling us to rest for the whole bar. Minim rest, if you just see it just sitting on the line there. So that's held for 2 beats, just like a minim. And you have 2 quavers, which get half beats. So we have D, E, F, E, D, middle C, hold for 2 beats, and then D, E, quavers. First bar, 1, 2, 3, 2nd bar, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and now 4th line, we have F, E, D, C, D, E, F, and middle C, and a crotchet rest. So all these are crotchets, all get one beat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and a semi-weave rest, so we hold this and don't play anything. Fourth line, all crotchets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the fifth line, right hand, first bar, we don't play anything. First two beats, we don't play anything. And then we two quavers, F, E, D, D, middle C. And this is a dotted minim, so instead of put 2 beats, we're going to hold it for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Fifth line, first bar, we play nothing, it's all a rest. 2, 3. Next bar, first 2 beats are a rest. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So last line, all crotchets, F, E, D, C, D, E, F, C. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if you remember in a previous lesson we saw this tie, so what it means is we hold it. So you hold it for these 2 beats and these 2 beats. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Last line, all crotchets, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So now let's look at the left hand. Think of your poems. Granny bought dates for Anne, A, and all cows eat grass, G. A, G, F. This is a crotchet with a dot. If you remember in the last lesson, we said that a dot adds an extra half the value. So crotchet gets 1 beat, dot gets an extra half, so it's 1 and a half. And we have a quaver. We've gone to G, A, B, and here we don't forget that B, all B's get a flat, so it's B flat, and up to middle C, the little spaceship that sits above the lines. So crotchet, a dotted crotchet, quaver, 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 all gets half beats, minim, 2 beats, and a crotchet rest, which we won't play anything for. Then we have A, C, B flat, A, crotchet rest where we don't play anything. So first bar in the left hand, it gets 1 beat, so it's 3 and 1, 2 and 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the next line, Granny bought dates for F, B, which always sits above the lines, B flat, because there's a flat, A, G, F, B flat, A, G. Counting wise, we've got a minimum and a crotchet, so it's 2 beats, 1, 2, 3, minimum and crotchet again, 1, 2, 3, minimum and a crotchet, 1, 2, 3, minim and 2 quavers, 1, 2, 3, and second line, we have a minim and then a crotchet, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the left hand. Granny bought dates for F, dotted crotchet, so you're holding it for 1 beat and then an extra half beat for the dot. G, A, B, remember B flat, middle C. So you're holding this for 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2. Crotchet rest, lift your hand, 3. And you have A, C, B flat, A. Crotchets, 1, 2, 3, minim, 1, 2, and you lift for the crotchet, the last beat. Third line, first nose, a dotted crotchet, and then a quaver, and 2 quavers. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then the fourth line, we have F, B flat, A, G, F, B flat, A, G. Counting, it's a minim, so 1, 2, crotchet, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and fourth line, minim, and then a crotchet, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. On fifth line, we have F, dotted crotchet, G, A, B flat, middle C, F, B flat, A. So you're counting 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, because here we have 2 dotted minims, which get 3 beats. Fifth line, dotted crotchet, and then 3 quavers, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For your 2 dotted minims at the end, get 3 beats. On the last line, left hand, A, B flat, A, F, B flat, A. Minim, 1, 2, crotchet 3, dotted minim, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and back to the beginning. Last line, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now let's have a look at the first 2 lines together. Nice and easy. The left hand is completely on its own, right hand on its own. So the only bars that are actually playing together are these 2. And they're nice easy. They go together because they're crotchets and a minim together. So let's try that. So together, hands, both thumbs in middle C, and then you have a note for each finger, and don't move from this position, left hand and right hand. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now let's try the second line. The first 2 bars. Right hand, 1, 2, 3. Left hand, they hold this for 1, 2, and then these 2 together, 3. These 2 together, and hold the left hand for 1, 2, and these 2 together. Then the third bar, same again for the left, hold that for 2 of those bars. Then you rest here and play this note, and the left hand simply play it on its own. So let's try that now. So second line, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and... So let's play this together. First bar and a half, we have just got the left hand. If you remember, the right hand is all rests, so you lift your hand. And then we lift the left hand, and we just have the right hand. And then these are all crotchets, so we play these together, 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 together. Hold for 2 beats, lift the left hand, and then you play 2 quavers. So let's try that. Third line. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, fourth line. So the left hand in each of these bars has a minim and a crotchet. So you're holding this 2 while you play these 2. So you go 1, 2, and then you play together 3. 1, 2, play together 3. 1, 2, and then there's a rest, so you don't play anything. And you play this note on its own. And then 1, 2, and you don't play anything on the right hand. So you're not playing anything on the right hand for these bars. Fourth line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so let's try this together. Left hand on its own for the first bar, because we have a rest here, so we're not playing anything in the right hand, and we're not playing anything for the first 2 beats in the second bar, just the middle C here. These 2 we play together, so this is a crotchet, same value as these 2 quavers. Minim, and this is a dotted minim, so this left hand we're going to hold for the 3 beats, and these we hold for 2 beats and play this note. And the 2 of them are dotted minims, so we hold the 2 together, 3 beats. And fifth line. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the last line, we have a minim, holding while we play 2 crotchets in the right hand, and then 2 crotchets together. Again, this one dotted minim, so we're going to hold this for the whole bar while we play the right hand, C, D, E. We hold this, play middle C, and hold while we play B flat, A to finish. And the last line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Now let's play it all together. So that's us for this week for the beginner piano lessons. Be sure to subscribe so you can get all the future lessons. And keep practicing and have yourself a merry little Christmas.